Hello, beautiful goddesses. Welcome back to the Hello Goddess podcast. I am your host, Mandy de Grace. I am a Reiki practitioner, a wellness lover, and a spiritual seeker. I am so excited to be creating this podcast today. I took a break, a hiatus. Is that how you say it? I'm French, sorry. I took a break because for the past weeks me and my mom were organizing a dance camp, and that took a lot of my time and my focus. So I didn't post much on my Instagram or my podcast or any of the other platforms. I apologize, but I'm back. I'm going to be posting more, and I'm so excited to connect with you all. I also want to apologize about my birds in the background. I don't really want to change the whole cage into another room, so we're going to have to bear with this for this episode. And yeah, I just grabbed myself a coffee from Starbucks. I hope you are in a relaxed state, and maybe you can grab yourself a coffee or a green tea or whatever you like to drink. And yeah, we're going to start this episode. So for today's episode, I wasn't sure what I wanted to talk about. So what I do, I go on this website called Trello, and I kind of brain dump about all the things that I care and know about. And I thought it would be a really cool idea to talk about my morning routine. So if you are in my Facebook group, you already heard about my morning routine. I did a morning routine challenge not too long ago, and I explained all of the different parts of my morning routine. And but yeah, if you weren't in that group, no worries. I'll explain everything in this episode, and I'm going to present to you guys all of the different steps of my morning routine. So basically, I can't take credit for the morning routine. I actually learned it from another teacher, another spiritual teacher, and she learned it from a book. I did not read this book. It's called The Miracle Morning Routine. I recommend it if you want to learn more in depth about the routine, but if you just want to know what the steps are, hopefully this episode will help you, because I did not read the book, but I know what the steps are and I apply them as much as I can. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't always do it, but when I do it, my day goes so much better, like 100 times better. That's why I really wanted to dedicate this episode to my morning routine. Alright, so the morning routine itself is broken down into 6 steps. And in the Miracle Morning Routine, we talk about the acronym SAVERS. SAVERS represents the 6 steps that you take in the morning. And it goes silence, affirmations, visualizations, exercise, reading, and scribing. Now, I know that may sound overwhelming if you look at all of the different things you have to do in the morning. So a suggestion I can give you is, if that's too much to do in the morning, you can break it down and do half at night. Personally, I prefer this because sometimes I just like reading at night, and I exercise usually during the evening, so that works better for me. But if you want to follow the traditional Miracle Morning Routine, everything happens in the morning. So the way that the author explains this is that you wake up 1 hour prior to your usual time of waking up. So let's say you wake up at 7 to go to work at 8. You're going to have to wake up at 6 instead and do the morning routine. And there's 6 steps, and they're all 10 minutes each. So basically it takes an hour to do the whole thing. Again, you can make it your own. You don't necessarily have to do it for 10 minutes. You can do 15, you can do 5. Like, for example, I work out for 45 minutes almost every day. So don't be pressured to do things exactly as I tell you to do them, because it's a lot better to do it your way than to not do anything at all. Alright, so for the rest of this episode, I'm going to be breaking down every single step of the SAVERS Miracle Morning Routine, and I'm going to give you guys my advice and my input on each of them. So let's start with the first one, which is silence. Now, they use the word silence, but really what they mean by this is meditation. And if you already follow me, you know how much I love meditation. It completely changed my existence. Everything about my experience in life changed because of a meditation. So this is one that I would not recommend skipping, even if you are intimidated by the process of meditation. You can start with something easy. So if you've never meditated before, what I would recommend is going on YouTube and searching guided meditation. And don't take one that's 1 hour long, because you're going to give up. So take one that's maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And all you really have to do here, I know that's technically not silence, but we're going to cheat a bit here. It's not a silent meditation. So all you're going to do is lay down in your bed, put your earphones or headphones on, and listen to the guided meditation. And do what they ask you to do. If they tell you to breathe in deeply, do that. If they tell you to visualize something, do that. And that's really what I would recommend to a beginner who has never done meditation before. Now, if you already did meditation and you're a little bit more advanced, what I would recommend is what I'm doing right now. Either you go on YouTube and you put healing frequencies and you just choose one. It's kind of like just a background noise, and you sit in your bed and you meditate for minimum 10 minutes. Or another thing you can do is download the Insight app. That's one of my spiritual teachers recommended this for me. You go on that and there's a timer. Insight Timer, is the app. There's a timer in that app, and you can put, like, let's say 10, 15, 20 minutes, and at the very end there's going to be a bell, and it just tracks your meditation, how many times you meditate per week and stuff like that. Another thing that I want to mention about meditation is that it's not always about slowing down your thoughts and experiencing stillness. That is the more traditional way to meditate, and I'm going to explain this in another episode. I'll do it on meditation itself, but basically there are many ways that you can meditate for many different reasons. You can meditate for healing, you can meditate to connect with your higher self, and you can meditate to slow down your thoughts and anxiety. So there's so many ways to meditate and so many different things that you can heal through meditation. So yeah, that's probably my favorite part of the morning routine. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to message me about anything at all. I'm always there for you guys. Alright, so once you have meditated for 5 to 10 minutes or more, you can move on to the next step, which is affirmations. So affirmations is a very, very powerful practice, and it's something that is going viral right now. Like, everybody talks about affirmations. Affirmations is a way to reprogram your thoughts and your beliefs about yourself and the world. So basically, the way I personally see it is that your mind is the most powerful thing about you. The way you perceive the world, the way you perceive yourself changes your whole life. So it's so important to have positive thoughts about yourself and positive thoughts about what you can achieve in the world. So yeah, affirmations is a very good technique for this. The way I would recommend doing it is with a journal. So just, if you don't have a journal, a sheet of paper is just fine. What you're going to be doing is this is kind of hard and uncomfortable a little bit, but you're going to think about negative beliefs you have about yourself and life. For example, I'm broke. Okay, it might be relatively true, but if you keep saying I'm broke, you're gonna keep attracting the same experience into your life because you're focusing on the lack of money. That's the way affirmations work. You can change that phrase, put it in the other direction. So you change the negative into a positive affirmation. Write down in your journal, on your sheet of paper, I am abundant. I am attracting money. I am prosperous. You're going to do this with every single negative belief that you have. Let's say you have low self-esteem, you're going to tell yourself or write it down, I love myself. I think I'm an amazing person. If you want to attract a relationship, say, I am attracting the relationship of my dreams. I am attracting a partner that is compatible to me, and stuff like that. It can be literally about anything, but you're going to do this for 10 minutes. Write down a bunch of positive affirmations and think about negative things you believe about yourself and the world, and switch those into a positive affirmation. Now, I know this sounds woo, and if you're not a spiritual person, you might want to dismiss this practice, but I'm going to explain to you how this works. So what you're doing, you're basically changing yourself from being a problem-oriented person into a solution-oriented person. And the way that works in your brain is that there's a part of your brain called the reticular activating system. And that part of your brain is meant to filter things out into your reality and take in only a little bit of information. So what I mean by that is that, let's say you're in a room and there's a poster, there's a painting, there's a mirror, there's the floor. You're only going to notice a little part of that whole experience based on what you program your mind to focus on. So I think you're probably understanding what I mean by this now. It's the more you focus on the positive, the more you're going to notice the opportunities. The more you're going to notice the positive things happening to you. The more you're negative, you're going to notice a lot more of the negative things, because that's what you're focusing on. And so the affirmations are a very powerful technique for you to reprogram your mind into a solution-oriented mind. All right, moving on to the next step. We've done silence and affirmations. Then it's the letter V, savers. If you don't remember, it's visualization. Okay, so visualization again is another thing that's going pretty viral right now, especially about the law of attraction, which is a very old spiritual teaching that just resurfaced in the last 5 to 10 years. So basically, visualization is a powerful technique for you to be able to manifest and attract things into your life. So what you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes and imagine the perfect life. What does it feel like? Who's around you? What are you doing? How do you look? Who are you hanging out with? How much money do you have? What does your house look like? What is your career? How do you feel about yourself? And so the whole exercise is meant for you to really immerse yourself into your imagination and visualize the perfect life for yourself. If you need a little bit more assistance for this exercise, a very good way to do this is a vision board. So a vision board is a cool activity you can do. You just grab a canvas, a blank canvas. You can get them at the dollar store, and then you grab a bunch of magazine, or you can even go online and print out some stuff. And basically what you're going to put on the canvas is things that you want to have in your life. You can put a check on the top for $1 million. You can put a car that you want to have. You can put a picture of a couple, a happy couple with a baby, if you want to have a boyfriend or have a girlfriend or a baby. So basically there's no limit. You can just have fun and put things on the canvas. And so and after, when you're done, you're going to hang this somewhere that you see it every single day. So the point to this is that every day in the morning, either you visualize your perfect life, or you look at your canvas, you look at your vision board, and you see the perfect life that you want to have. You want to immerse yourself in that experience. Another cool hack too, if you don't really feel like doing a vision board, is going on Pinterest and making a board there. Yeah, that's what it is. A board there. And just like pinning all the things that you want to attract into your life on that board. And every morning during that part of your morning routine, you look at the board and you really visualize that coming into being in your life. Now, this is a very powerful technique, and if you look up the law of attraction on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or wherever, you're gonna notice a lot of people that have success stories about their visualizations coming into reality. Now, I have to give you a disclaimer right now, because if you stay in your room and visualize your perfect life, but you don't do anything about it, it's not going to happen. It's not a magic trick. It's really about focusing on what you want and then taking inspired action. Taking action when you feel like your soul is telling you this is the path you have to take. This is the action you need to take to get to your dreams. So it's very important for you to be solution oriented through affirmations and visualizations so that you can notice opportunities when they do appear. All right, I hope that makes sense for you all. I know that's a lot of information, especially if you're not familiar with those practices, but feel free to re-listen to this episode if you need to. And yeah, let's get to the next one, is exercise. All right, exercise. I know it's a lot of people don't like exercise, but you don't have to go on the treadmill to exercise. You don't have to lift weights to exercise. I personally like weightlifting. That's my choice. That's my preferred way to exercise. But there's so many different ways that you can do it. It doesn't have to be traditional. It can be dancing. It can be hiking. It can be Zumba. It can be yoga. It can be just dancing in your room with the music on. Literally, it doesn't matter what you do, but you have to move your body. You have to move your body, and it's so, so important for your health and your well-being and your mental health to move your body for at least 10 minutes a day, if that's possible for you. And if you don't exercise and you have no clue what you want to do, honestly, just try a bunch of things. That's what I would do. I just try dancing, try swimming, try sports, try running a marathon, maybe not running a marathon, walking outside maybe, and you'll see what you like. You have to find something that's enjoyable, that you want to do, not that you're forcing yourself to do. All right, so we're gonna go to the next one because exercise is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so the next one is reading. So reading, I'm a big fan of nonfiction books, so spiritual, personal development, all of those kinds of books. If you like fiction books, go right ahead and read that. But what I would recommend for that part of your morning routine is reading a book that inspires you. So I have a bunch of recommendations for you if you don't know where to start. One of the books that changed my life is The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. Changed my life. The Four Agreements, Miguel Ruiz, I think his name is. Changed my life. A New Earth, Eckhart Tolle. Changed my life. Literally. Another good one is Light is the New Black, Rebecca Campbell. I honestly remember those authors by heart. I'm surprised. A Return to Love, Marianne Williamson. So those books, honestly, I'm not exaggerating. I read those books and my perception of the world changed permanently. Like, it changed my life. So many things that I learned in these books, I applied to my life, and it made it so much more beautiful. And it really helped me deal with my problems in a way that is conscious and loving and forgiving. That's why I'm a big fan of spiritual and personal development books, because you can honestly just open up the book, read a paragraph, and that changes your whole day. That can inspire you for the whole day. It's so powerful. And what I recommend to when you're reading these books is to slow down. Don't skim over the pages, because there's so much information, so much wisdom locked in those words that you have to slow down and really let them sink into your soul. As you can see, I love books, and just go and read one of those recommendations and let me know what you think. Another author that I love, love, love is Dr. Wayne Dyer. He's passed away now. I had the chance to see him live in Moncton. He came for a convention. It was amazing. Honestly, prefer watching his videos over reading his books, but his teachings are pristine, are amazing, and he changed my perception for sure. All right, we're already at the last step of the morning routine, and it is scribing. Now, I read somewhere that he wanted to put journaling, but scribing worked better in the acronym. So basically, all he meant by this is journaling. So journaling is a very broad term in the spiritual circles. There's many ways that you can journal. I'll give you a few from the top of my head. There's the first one is a very classic journaling, like in a diary basically. Brain dumping, putting everything on paper that you're feeling. Maybe talking about your day, your life, whatever's bothering you, whatever you're happy about. That's a very classic way of journaling. You can definitely do that if you prefer. There are other ways as well. I'll give you another few examples. One is journaling prompts. So those are basically questions. You can either go online and put like Google journaling prompts for ideas of questions that you can ask yourself, or you can buy a journal at Chapters or wherever bookstore you have where you live, and have one that already has the questions in it. So basically you're asking yourself questions, and you're answering as truthfully and honestly as possible. That helps you become more self-aware and discover parts of yourself that you were not conscious of before. I personally like a different way to journal, and the actual term for it is I'm forgetting. Wait. Scripting, yes. Okay. So scripting is when you are writing in your journal as though you are your future self that already has all of the things that you want to have in your life. So basically you are writing in the present tense as though you already have what you want. Example: oh my God, today's such a beautiful day. I went on a 3-kilometer walk, and then I had a coffee. You describe your perfect day, okay? I had a coffee with my partner, and then I worked on my online business and this and that. None of those things may be actually happening right now in your life, but you're going to be pretending as though they are and really imagining. It goes hand in hand with visualization a little bit. So basically it's up to you. You can even alternate and do one day of brain dumping, one day of journal prompts, and one day of scripting. It's really up to you to decide what you want to do in that part of your morning routine. But definitely dedicate 5 to 10 minutes to journaling and writing down. All right, so this concludes the explanation of the SAVORS acronym, the Miracle Morning Routine. To recap, we have silence, affirmations, visualizations, exercise, reading, and scribing, aka journaling. Again, I'm going to be honest, I usually break it down in half. Well, I do my exercises, my reading at night, and the other 4 in the morning. When I have the motivation and discipline, I do that. And honestly, I highly, highly recommend this practice because when I do it, it's amazing. My day goes perfectly. My day goes more than perfect. It goes amazingly. And that's why I decided to do this episode, because I wanted to share it with you guys. I love, love, love this morning routine. If you want to grab the book itself, it's called Miracle Morning. And in the book, they go even in more depth than I did today. So yeah, and if you have any questions about this or anything else in the realm of spirituality and personal development, don't be shy. Come talk to me. I love talking about this stuff, and I love meeting you beautiful goddesses. If you want to work with me, I'm currently offering 2 services for women. I do Reiki for healing and relaxation, and I also do intuitive coaching on Zoom or in person. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. All right. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so happy that we got to have this time together. And I'm sending you all of the love, all of the light, and the Reiki energy. Talk soon. Bye.